What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy Guru here, and welcome to COVID-19 Your Choice panel, broadcasting live in Tampa, Florida. I have five great panelists here with me. I want to start by telling them I want to thank them for coming on, and this is such a sensitive subject and has impacted our society forever. And so, it's a sensitive topic, but we're going to tackle it the best way we know how. So, my first question to the panel, um, it will be, how do you guys feel about the just COVID period, and then we'll go to the next question. We'll start to my right or left, which would be Fat Lee. Go ahead.
You said, what do we feel about like COVID or?
Yes, just how do you feel about the pandemic? How's that been impacting you?
Um, it's been stressful. I will say it's been very stressful on multiple different levels. Um, obviously when it first started, I think it was like everyone was trapped inside the house, and even now, like it's still kind of stressful because it's become like a political topic, more than what it's really supposed to be. Um, but yeah, that's what I would say. It's just been stressful.
As
Local.
for I would say, as for myself, I mean, when it first happened, I just got on the ball of making sure I clean everything and not get sick because I believe I got sick way before it was announced. Like
Mhm.
I was in New York working and I got home and everything shut down, but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a normal regular flu. And then coming to find out, like hearing the symptoms, I was like, okay, I must have had it then. And then when they shut everything down, I just got to cleaning and it was kind of crazy. I lost my job right the start of COVID. So for me, it was just stay in the house. I had nowhere to go. I had to stack my bread. And so um the one good thing is it helped me save money, but the other bad part is that I was always paranoid thinking that my parents would get sick and they would
Right.
pass away. So I think that was the big stress on me. It was just making sure my babies were okay. Me, I think I could fight through it all, but my parents, they're older, so that's my stress.
Right. Bailey.
For me, it was when I first heard about it. Of course, when it was in China, I remember thinking, "No, that's not going to come here." Because I was in the Air Force for 8 years, so I remember vividly when swine flu was a epidemic, and I remember not being afraid of swine flu. I remember they were making us all get the vaccine, and I didn't want it. I wasn't afraid of it at all. And then you fast forward to COVID, and it was like very similar to the swine flu, but and that's kind of the difference I realized. I think if it weren't for media, if it weren't for politics, I feel like we would have treated it like we did the swine flu. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it worked on me. Like I got scared of it. I'm not gonna lie. I have OCD. Like I have legit like diagnosed by by the military. I get paid for it. I have OCD, so I've always been very very clean. I wash my hands like crazy. I don't deal with people who cough around me. I
Right.
don't touch stuff. I always wash my hand. So that's how I am. Like I can tell you my routine. If I go to a public restroom, I know how to go through a public restroom and not touch not one damn thing with my hands. I'm just that OCD. So for me, it was what they were telling everybody to do is what I've always done. Um,
Mhm.
but I don't know. That's how I felt. That's what I say. Let's just stop there. That's how I felt in the beginning. I just felt like I don't know. I feel like at first it was no big deal, but I do feel like I drank the Kool Aid. I got a little. I feel like got a little swindled. Um, that's just it. That's all I'll say for now.
Miss Creative.
It definitely affected me in a way that was like spiritual, because I'm a spiritual practitioner in the first place. But, being that I came home and ended up having to be with my kids because I had this like download like the year before in August, like right when Nipsey Hussle was killed, like literally that same weekend. And I was like, nah, they got to give me a laptop because I got to be at home with my kids and I need to do it now. And I was acting like super crazy at work because I was already running to quit, but like I had all this pressure and then like boom, fast forward like a year later and there it is. And I was like, oh wow. Okay, so we had to grow because as a mom, I had spent most of my time at work. not in
Right.
the house with my kids. So we
Mhm.
had to do a lot of expanding. And I think that's what it did for our society overall. Like, even though it's very unfortunate we lost a lot of people, there was a lot of growth in it. And if you did what you were supposed to do in that time, then you did expand greatly. And like when we have more things coming, because it's not done, you'll be able to
Right.
really like manage it and sort of handle it better than you did then. So that's how it did for me.
Oh, well, we had Capo in here. It seems like we're still having technical issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to
Well, I
next.
think
Oh,
also
go ahead.
during the COVID, I think we all could say one good thing is that we learned how to work, of course, from home, but start our businesses or strengthen our businesses and our family. You know,
No doubt.
we don't want we don't want to not shed light to all those that passed away, but we also must also
Yes.
talk about the good, the
Mhm.
great things that came from it. We learned how to be clean. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I
so
was
For
many
I
sure.
was
bottles.
surprised. I was surprised people weren't already doing the things they're saying to do. People are nasty.
Right.
And I was saying I was blessed too, 'cause I didn't miss a step. Like we just like we were told
Like
Friday
it's
go
another
home.
day, a regular day for
Yeah,
me.
we were told Friday go home. And I've been working from home ever since. I never missed a beat. And I was blessed like to have my job. I never had any financial, if anything, for the longest time, I made more money because we in Washington we had the CARES Act. So we
Mhm.
were getting furloughed like one day a month, but so because of that, I could qualify for unemployment. So I was getting unemployment on top of my check for like
Okay.
almost a year. Yeah, so for me, I was making more money on.
I ain't even going front. Once they stopped everything, I was like, where all my extra cash go?
I know me and Guru were talking about that, like how it's kind of a little bit of a blessing in disguise.
Mhm.
Because
Amen.
I think it
Yeah.
humbled a lot of us. I think a lot of
No doubt.
people, we took a lot of things for granted,
Mhm.
that
Yes.
once we finally got the ability to go out and do things, we, I know for me personally, I was out trying to do things that I, normally would take for granted,
Mhm.
just simple things like taking a walk in the park or just going out
Hmm.
to the beach or things like that. So I think, like, like she said, there was some bad to it, but there was a lot of good that came with it as well.
Slow the world down.
Sure
Yeah.
enough.
It did.
It
And the weird
Yeah.
thing is
Brought everyone back to reality.
the world was healing with us inside. Like if you
Hmm.
like in like a lot of cities that had like high pollution, if you look, when the pandemic first started, it was like clear, there was no pollution, or not gonna say no pollution, but it went down.
right.
Um, I think it
Yeah,
slowed the
the
world down.
gases in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But I think it was really hard for moms like myself because we were
Mm.
kind of expected to like do virtual school
The
and also
schooling,
virtual
yeah.
work. And like you can't be 100% all those people. So like I know I had a lot of mom guilt. A lot of my girlfriends had mom guilt because we felt like we were kind of failing the kids. And then we
Mhm.
sent them back to school and like they didn't have the class for 2 years. Essentially, they don't have the foundation, the building blocks for the grade they're in right now. So it's
Wow.
kind of ridiculous.
It's true.
Did
I
you
think it
feel
was kind
guilt?
of bad for kids because, like, a lot of kids, they need that interaction.
Mhm.
And I think with
Mhm.
them being stuck at home, I know I have nieces, and it kind of affected them and their grades because they're not used to being home and being stuck in the house. And not everybody's like I know I don't like online school, so I can
Mhm.
only imagine what little kids are going through.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you
Now,
gonna say, Luca?
oh yeah, well, there's two things. One, growing up, my father said there was no outside with other kids. So for me, I was like, oh, I don't know
Yeah.
what these kids are complaining. You got only the single children I could understand. But if
Yeah.
you got a sibling, boy, that's your bestie. You better figure out how to make mommy's life miserable. Not saying that I wanted the parents to be, but I didn't. For me, I felt like I didn't feel bad for the kids if it was more than one. If it was one by themselves, then yes. But
Mhm.
then the parents, how you were talking about the moms feeling guilty because you had a lot. I can't even understand how you could be a teacher, be cooking, cleaning, working, all that stuff. But then
It was
you
crazy.
you
I
got
have
to
a son.
hold, huh?
I have a son. I have an only child, and it was crazy.
And then you got to find a way to entertain that one. At least if you got two, they can figure it out.
And
But
you feel guilty
one,
because like I had to work, so I was
yeah.
working. He was in school in one room, and then I had to go in there and help him out. And like all he had was his phone, and I actually read articles about it. Like not to feel guilty, but more
No,
screen time and all that because that's
Mhm.
all he could do.
that's all he could do. Now, did you feel guilty sending them back to
I did.
school, or were you celebrating like
I felt
hallelujah?
guilty because I'm vaccinated. I know we're gonna get into that later. And I felt a little guilty. I'm like, dang, I'm sending my son to school. He's not vaccinated. Um,
Great
I'm
segue, Bailey.
oh,
We just finna get
okay.
straight to it. You know,
Mhm.
we here waste no time. Cabo, real quick. I know we've been having technical difficulties with you, bro, my brother. But I just had the panelists just say how did when the virus first came upon us, how did it affect you? So just tell us real quick how it affected you before we move on to the next segment. Can you hear me, dog?
Got you. They salute to
Oh, okay.
everybody. I apologize for technical difficulties. But yeah, bro, it just I mean, it really just affected man, everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Family, friends, work. You know what I mean? It was shocking. You feel me? To think you have to wear a uniform to go outside. You know what I'm saying? When I
Man,
say uniform, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, mask. The first day was heavy
man.
on the gloves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It was
No
shocking.
doubt. No
You feel
doubt,
me?
bro.
I remember they
It
say
was
you
it's
touch
different.
cardboard. Remember that?
Yeah. And the money.
The money, the plastic. Oh, it's alive for 5 seconds or 20 seconds. I'm like,
Hey,
oh my
cuz,
god.
hey, he
The
was
first day
there
everything
was-
was in tissue and
yo. So, all right, panel. I want to ask y'all, do y'all feel like the vaccine should be mandated? Why or why not? We'll go ahead and start with my man in the middle. Fat Lead. Let's go.
Um, Mandated, no. I don't think it should be mandated. I'm not a person that's big on forcing people to do things. I am a I guess I'm true to my core when it comes to like, my body, my choice type deal. I feel
Mhm,
like people should do what they think's best for them,
mhm.
overall. I know some people feel like, what about other people? But, the way I look at it is that's what the vaccine's for. The vaccine, if you feel, vulnerable or you feel like it's gonna hurt you or something like that, then, get the vaccine. I personally I'm getting the vaccine, but I feel like it should be a personal choice. I don't think they should force it on anyone, especially with it being used as a political tool right now.
La Loca.
If you take the politics out, I feel like it should be mandated because if you leave it up to everybody, especially those that are that don't want to be educated, just like whatever, I don't care, then we're never going to get a control of it. I want it to be done.
No doubt.
I'm okay with a mask, but I'm done with it because I would like to wear my lipstick. I want to
Yeah.
enjoy my life. I
Yeah.
don't have to every couple minutes put it up, and it's not
Just move
because
to Florida.
yeah, I was out there and I was still wearing my mask. I was not playing with God, not one bit. But I mean, for me at least, I feel like it should be mandated just so we could get a control of this. And that's
Right.
it. But I do believe in, it's my body. I should be able to do what I want. But at this moment, like if so many people are dying and nothing's getting under control, then let's do our part. Care for you, for everybody if you can. If you're that type of person. If you're not, then I guess you're not going to give a damn what I'll say.
Hmm. Capo.
mandate. Not at all. I mean, your body, your choice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even factual that a vaccine is actually going to do something. You know what I'm saying? This is all
Mm.
new. This is all speculation. This is all you got to think. This is all in the beginning phases, right? Like most of the time, this thing take, you know what I'm saying, at least 5, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know what I mean? You shouldn't mandate it. You know what I mean? Like teach his own. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get it for you, then absolutely do what's best for you and your family and your well being. But you shouldn't force it on anybody.
No doubt. We'll circle back to how we feel about the shot itself, but I just wanted to ask y'all, what do you feel about them forcing it on us, Bailey?
Um, I mean, it was when they say mandate, they're saying for you to go to school, for you to have a job. So in that regard, I feel like it's sure because it's like in order to go to school or to have a job, we have chickenpox, we have rubella, we have mumps, measles, whatever the hell. You have to have those shots in this society to go to school, to have a job. I don't get why there's this big fuss about coronavirus. I don't understand that. But do I think that there's private citizens who don't care to have a job and just want to sit at home? Do I think that they need mandated to have the shot? No. But I do feel like if you want to have a job, then get it. You need to have a shot. Because it's like, what's the difference in getting it from chicken pox or anything else? Now, I may be speaking from a place, like I said, I was in the Air Force, and before that, I was a military brat, so I've always, been in the, in the military or getting military care, health wise, in some sort of way. So for me, I mean, I've been shot up with everything. I've had the anthrax shot. I've had, like I said earlier, swine flu. I've had the typhoid shot. I've had there's everything up in me. I've had the HPV shot. Like I've just been told to do so many things that to me to get it was nothing. I just went and got it. Um, but when you use the word mandate, I don't know. I don't necessarily think you should be told to do anything, but at the same time, I think that you should expect to not have certain privileges. I don't know if I should use the privileges or to be allowed to do certain things without getting it. Just like we couldn't go to elementary school if we didn't get it. And that's how I feel. It's your choice. Like it is your choice. Like if you want to die from it, die. I don't think we should tell someone not to die from something. But it's like if you want to go to school with somebody else, you need to get the shot. And that's how I feel. If you don't want to work for somebody, then don't get the shot. If you want to work for somebody, get the shot.
Miss Creative?
No,
No.
no.
You don't feel-
I
No, I
think
don't
that
have any
Sure,
extra.
no
nothing
response.
to
they
add
Just
on
get
no.
it
tripped up on the
'cause
word
I don't.
mandate. I think they get tripped up on the word mandate. But I'm like, we've all, I know everybody in this panel right now, we've had mandated shots because we all went to public school.
I
Very much.
also had the chicken pox too.
You got the shot?
No, I had the chicken pox.
I had the chicken
Is
pox.
my point, But I'm just saying, I was just answering no to the mandate.
And,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
to kind of feed off of what she was saying, the military, I forgot the name already.
Bailey?
Bailey. Um, I'm like the opposite. Like, I remember, obviously, I had my shots growing up as a kid that you had to have for school, but growing up, my grandmother, she was kind of Native American, so she would always have us
I mean,
take
kind
all
of
these,
Native American.
because she's half black, half Native American. So she's, in the middle, but she was really in tune with her native roots, and she would always do like these old school remedies and things like that. So we didn't really get the other shots that we, you know, they weren't necessarily for the ones we had to get were the ones obviously for school, but growing up, like in my teenage years, even to my adulthood, I've never really got a vaccine. I've never got a flu vaccine, and I've been pretty healthy, for the most part. I think I had Corona like right when it first started because I got really really sick and I lost my taste buds but at that time I just thought it was a cold. This is before Corona was like a huge thing. So like for me personally, I'm the opposite. Like you said, oh, it's nothing for you. For me, it's like it's a big thing because I didn't really get that many shots
But
growing up.
I want to ask you, okay, but so do you not get shots? Is this what you don't do, or is it because it's a big deal? You know what I mean? Like I understand you haven't got them because you haven't.
I guess I never really get it unless I feel like I need it, and I guess I've always felt like my immune system's been good enough to fight most things that I've gotten. So I guess
I
for
mean,
me it was just more of why I get it,
What's going on?
and then I guess I do my own research. So like when it's got a 99% survival rate and all the other things, like I was kind of thinking I was on the fence about it. I know me and Guru talked about I was on the fence about it, but I finally got to the point where it's like I'll get it. For me, I also have I had a slight phobia of kind of needles growing up too, so that was the other side of it. I didn't
I
get
just
into
feel like
that.
the vaccine has a over 99% survival rate. I mean, I just feel like I'm on the fence because it's like, do I think it should be mandated in the regard that, like I said earlier, that everyone has to get it? No, I don't. Like I feel like but I feel like if you want a job and your job is saying you have to, then you have yeah.
What
I feel like
what
that's your job's that's their requirement. Just like you can't smoke. Some jobs don't let you smoke weed and work, and you don't smoke weed and work. So
Yeah.
Private
valid
company, yeah.
point.
Or what people talk about are those that travel. I don't know if anybody here travels a lot, but when you go to other countries, you have to get shots to
Right.
go into their country, and everybody's all willy nilly to get it done to go into their country, but to take care of home where you live at, that's where I don't understand. And that's, like, again, everybody has their right, and that no one, I think, in this panel is saying that no, you shouldn't, your rights should be taken. But at the same breath, if you're not willing to care for somebody else, like if you're not going to get the shot, fine, wear your mask, wear your gloves, or keep your behind at home until we get this under control. And then once we get this under control, then feel free to come on out and do whatever you please. But it's like, if people keep dying, keep dying, keep dying, keep dying, where do you see the end of it if you don't at least try, get the shot, or stay home? One of the two, for
How
me
do
at least.
how do y'all feel? Great answer. How do y'all feel about when people say, "I'ma just wait. I'm gonna wait. I need more information." Or what? Talk
I'm
to me, panel. How do y'all feel?
Do you think that they don't already have medicine and shots for anything that's coming? As soon as they hear it, they're working on it. I mean, if you've
Right.
looked at any, I mean, and maybe I might be ignorant. I mean, I have done a little bit of research. I'm not sitting here all day going crazy looking online for what's happening with the corona. But if you look at everything you purchase, there was already stuff in there. It might not have been the exact coronavirus that we have now, but they had
Right.
some type of form on every, like the wipes, the sprays. It was already out there. So it's just
the
they were
coronavirus
just
isn't
fine
new.
tuning it, huh?
Yeah,
It's not
it's the
new.
I
19th
don't
strand,
believe
ain't it?
anything,
It's just
huh?
different strand. The
It's just a
coronavirus.
different
That's why
strand. COVID's been
some
around.
people are like, "Oh, how they come up with the vaccine so fast?" It's experimental. It's because coronavirus has been a thing. It's not new. It's just the 19 was new, so they just tweaked it a little bit, and that's how you got your vaccine. There's people out there
Also,
that,
modern medicine, like
yeah,
it kind of bothers me when people say, "Oh, well, in the past they weren't able." Well, we're also not where we were in the past. We've advanced
Right.
so much with medicine now that you can't bring up past situations where we've advanced so far from those points.
yeah.
So I think that's a big factor. I will say though, I was kind of on the fence at first because of the way it was put out there and became politicized. So I did feel like I had to wait. I needed to get more information, see who's telling what, who's right, who's wrong. And I really just didn't like how it became like if you don't get the vaccine, it's like people get bullied. If you don't get the vaccine, you're getting bullied because you didn't get the vaccine.
Hey, let's just
Right.
get the damn shot.
Right.
I mean, because
It's
like to me,
like,
it was nothing. I mean,
Yeah,
again, I don't know.
I
Maybe some
wouldn't.
background. It was nothing. Well, then I come up from I get the flu shot every year. It's nothing to me to get a vaccine. I don't care. I know I'm not dying from a vaccine. I don't care. Some people say, "Oh, if I get the vaccine, what if it doesn't do anything?" But it's like, just okay, if it doesn't do anything, then at least you got it. Who cares? You're not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen if you get it. So you're gonna be in the same place if you don't think it's gonna do nothing. And if you get it and doesn't do nothing, you'll be in the same place. I just
Right.
don't get it. Like, get the damn shot.
I never understood the part where, like, and maybe you guys could help me. I just never understood the part where it was politicized.
I don't get it
I
either.
just, I just kept hearing people dying. That's it. I didn't, and
Like,
both sides were saying it.
well,
So
I
for me, I
think what
never thought it was
happens is
politicized.
the media makes a fanfare about what happens if you don't get it. So, like
Mm.
the things that you guys are saying, you essentially got that from whatever you watch.
I don't
You
care.
know,
I'm a type of person. I would have got the shot even if only one person died from it. 'Cause I just don't care.
no,
I mean,
that's fine.
no, I'm
But
just
I'm
saying. That's
saying
my
like
point. Like, to me, I just,
your insistence that we just need to go get it,
yeah,
or that things will be fixed if we all go get it, because the ultimate thing, everybody in this, everything is going to be touched by this virus at some point.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you
So,
have antibodies that came from having the virus, or if you have these antibodies that you got from the vaccine, what is the difference? What's the
uh,
difference between my antibodies and yours?
no, I'm saying that's my point. That's kind of my point. What's the difference? So get the shot.
So, but I already have the antibodies, is the point.
I get what you're
See.
saying.
So
Like,
why
for
do you feel
example,
like I
if
need to
someone
now
else
get the
already
shot?
caught it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of like I
So
think people are
that's
questioning
just a
like, why
very
is
straight question
this
though. Like, what's
why
the
is this
difference
a big deal?
between my antibodies and the antibodies that come from the vaccine?
Because
So
you can
instead
give
of
it to someone
saying,
though that
okay, but let me tell you this.
unfortunately,
I read an article today that came from Rockefeller. Let's go look at it. I'm gonna go look at it just so I know exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't want anybody to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. This this article clearly states that the what do they call it? Oh, I see my name right here. The memory B cells that come from the vaccination do not replicate in the same way as the ones that come from a natural antibody. So what that says to me is that the people getting the new variants are the people who have been vaccinated versus people who have gotten the virus naturally. That is what I'm reading here. So my question then just is, what is the big difference between people who have already been stricken with the virus and recovered and have their antibodies? Because I think ultimately the point is we're fighting with each other over this when we need to be fighting against them, because they're the ones who are doing the thing. So ultimately it's us versus us. Why? So if I've already been sick, I already have antibodies. You guys have antibodies. Why are we beefing with each other?
I don't think anyone is beefing. I think
don't
we're
think
all
so.
just
It
trying
is
to.
though. That's what he means by politicized. That's what he
No, they're
means.
definitely beefing because
Yeah.
it's
The po-
it's became to the point like if you're not on one side of the spectrum, you get looked down upon. Like I've even had conversations with friends where they've called like, they've said some things like, oh, you're an idiot or you're dumb if you don't do this, you don't do that. Like a person
Right.
shouldn't be an idiot or dumb or whatever if they choose to do what they want with their own body.
No, I think people are just
I'm
confused.
Go
I mean,
ahead, baby. What you
but
say?
No, I don't want to come. I thought it was done. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut him off.
Were you
no, I was
done,
just gonna
Darnell?
say that I know I've talked to Guru about it. Like to me, it was funny how it's become political, and the people that are saying "my body, my choice" are now on the opposite spectrum, and then the people that were on the opposite spectrum of, it's now they're on the "my body, my choice." So, like for example, Republicans that I've seen in the past where they're against abortion, now they're saying, "Oh, it's my body, my choice," and then now the people that were for abortion are saying, "Oh, it should be mandated," and so it's crazy how like it's just
Um,
when you
I think
think
people
one
are.
way, another person thinks another way. If there's people that look down upon you, that's not, to me, that's not cool.
I've seen it really bad where it now is the haves and the have-nots. So if you have your vaccine, you're a have. And if you don't have it, you're a have-not. You won't be allowed to go to this place. You won't be allowed to do this. You won't be allowed to go to work. You won't be this, that. So you'll be on the outskirts of society behind the vaccination.
but
Which
the
doesn't make
vaccine.
sense because the whole point of the vaccination is to protect yourself.
No,
So
that's not the
if
purpose of the vaccination.
What is the
They
purpose
it
of
is
tell
it?
you.
though,
They
like when
tell
you get
you.
the
They tell
vaccine,
you.
it's supposed to help you from the symptoms and
No,
getting the
exactly.
severity of the symptoms.
Right, but it's not going to stop
So if
people.
someone else gets it, if you have the vaccine and I
Mhm.
don't, if you have the vaccine, you shouldn't be worried about me because you got it.
I
You
agree with
did
that
what you
part.
did to protect yourself.
No, no, no. I agree with that. I feel like I agree with that. I feel like you shouldn't worry if I'm vaccinated if you are. I do agree with that. What I'm saying is
what-
I just don't understand the contention between this vaccine when we are all vaccinated because we had to be. So
mm,
now it's like, why is this specific vaccination an issue where we're all in this panel right now vaccinated because we had to be? That's
no
my issue.
doubt.
Well, as a
Now,
child, you didn't have a choice.
but
You didn't have
my
no
thing
say
is,
because most of us got vaccinated as kids. We didn't, we
but
don't know any
even
better.
still though, okay,
Well,
if
society is changing
you're
too.
vaccinated, not for you, some, not for me.
Well, it doesn't have to change for you, but for a lot of people, it
Exactly.
is changing because
Okay.
they sat at home. Now they're looking at it like, okay, well, we don't have to operate just like we always did. So maybe I do now have a choice where I
But
didn't always
you
have a
do it,
choice.
and exactly that's what is getting lost. This is where this conversation gets lost. You do have a choice, and because of your choice, you can't go into some places because your choice.
Well,
That's
I
where we're.
live in Texas. We can do whatever we want
No,
because
no, I'm
these people
saying,
are
I'm just saying
crazy.
what he was saying. Well, yeah, Texas. That's why I don't live in Texas or Florida. But anyway, y'all have. That's what I'm saying. Y'all have a choice. That's the.
Come on
I mean,
now.
that's two states I would never live in. But I'm just saying. I think that's where it gets left. We're fine with your choice. I think the issue is why are you complaining? You had a
Okay,
choice.
so if you guys are fine with the choice, then why do you say things like just get the shot?
No,
Right.
I no because I'm saying
Well, I
just get
said
the shot
okay.
because you're complaining about the not you, but I'm saying You're complaining because you can't go to places.
Oh, I do whatever I want.
Not you. I'm saying people who don't get the shot
Right.
complain because they can't go to places.
That
So I'm
they're
saying if you're
limited.
gonna
Yeah.
complain,
Because
you
it
would
is
go
an
to those
infringement
places.
upon their
I
rights
It's not
by manipulation
no, it's not.
and
It's a
coercion.
I,
private
It
I
is
get
business.
what
though.
she's saying. I do
Yeah,
get what
the
Bailey's
private
saying though,
business can
because
tell you.
like,
The private business can say you can't come here with a shirt on. Oh,
right.
But
yeah,
let
right.
Malika
You can't go to
chime
business.
in. She's been
No,
trying
no,
to
it's
chime
all
in.
no, it's all good. But no,
No,
when we're hold on both sides. Both of you have your you have your
you
points,
have a
but
right.
at the same time, when you say infringing on your right, just
Mhm.
like you have your right in your house,
Mhm.
right, to have anybody come in, right, or not come in. If I came into your home sick, aren't you gonna tell me to leave?
Get the fuck
If I
out.
came to your home bucky naked in front of your child, what you gonna do? Tell me to
Get
leave?
out.
So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, as much as you have your rights, the country has everybody else has their rights to say, hey, listen,
Right.
just get the shot and let's get this thing going. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
Okay, so that's why I
But
said if
at the
we all
same
have our
time,
rights, why do y'all say that?
because we would
Because
like to get
you're
back
the only
to,
ones complaining about
But
the
what
fact that you can't
makes you
go
all
into
think
but
a
that
we
if
space.
we all
everybody gets a
can't,
shot, it's going back to normal?
One,
It ain't
One
one
never
at a,
going back
it
to
will
guys, one at a
never
normal.
go back.
time. Guys, one at a
Hold on.
time.
It
I
will
don't
never
like
go back to normal. But at the same time, whenever I hear anyone, right, like yourself, I'm gonna use you as an example. You're saying, why do I have to do the shots? Why do I have to do this? And no, it's not because of what I've heard on television, but it's a conversation that we've all had. You've taken things, not just shots. You are not a naturalist, are you? A complete naturalist.
No, but what I am
Okay, but
is
wait, let me finish because you keep cutting everybody off, and this is not fair.
excuse me,
Okay,
I'm me.
we're having
My bad.
conversation as adults, so let's
Okay.
let us all finish our words, and then you could come in. Okay, as you are not a naturalist, no one is here is a naturalist, not that I know of. Nobody said it in the beginning of our conversations. So you're willing to take anything and everything, but when it comes to something to help, and it's not because I've lost friends and family. And I think that's where the people that are, I don't know, I'm not speaking for Seattle, Bailey. But for me personally, like I've lost people that I'm like, yo, what the hell? And they were fine. They had somebody come into their home and they got sick and they died.
Yeah.
So for some people that maybe that are watching are like, yo, we need to get everyone together on one page.
No,
So one thing I
can I
do
say
want to
something?
add right quick is the
Okay.
vaccine doesn't stop anyone from getting corona.
Of,
Wait,
but it
So
doesn't.
listen
to
real
to
quick.
her point, I know Bailey, Lola, and what's the other one?
Miss Creative.
It's creative.
Miss Creative. To her point, you can still get the virus. Like Colin Powell had the vaccine and he just died
He's
from
old as
COVID
hell.
He
with the
also
vaccine.
had cancer.
But
Yeah,
see,
fuck it.
how
Yeah.
you see how you kind of flip it.
Wait,
You're like, oh well, he's
I never
old.
got to land my plane. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. I'm not saying that you can get the shot and get it. I'm not saying you can get the shot and die. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is if you want to patronize private businesses in certain spaces that are requiring you to get the shot, that's no difference than a space requiring you to have shoes and a t-shirt on if you go into the store. But what you're saying, no one's saying you don't have the choice. You have the choice. But depending on your choice, you won't have access to certain things. That's the issue. So when you guys say, oh, why are you guys saying this? We're saying it's a response to your complaints of why can't I be in a space? Because I'm not vaccinated. You're the ones complaining. People who are vaccinated, we're not complaining. We can go in those spaces. We're not
That
complaining.
part, I will say I
Issues.
do agree with that
Yeah,
part of it
you're
myself.
saying,
Where
well,
like,
why can I go in this
Go,
space
go,
because
go,
of my choice?
go
It's
ahead,
your
Miss
choice.
Creative. You can
I
rebuttal.
I just personally don't have any problem with not being able to go places because I can
Right.
have my own parties. I can do whatever I need to do. But
Yeah.
also, I don't live in a state where that's going to happen because this is Texas.
Yeah,
So
they don't want you to have abortions either.
personally, and I don't have them. Personally,
But you can't.
okay. So once again, am I going to get to land my plane since I was quiet for you guys to finish? Okay.
All right, guys, y'all play
I'm
fair.
hushing.
Come
I'm
on.
just saying. That's my point. They pick and choose when they with their bodies, to have governance of their own bodies.
No, no, I absolutely don't believe that they need to tell us what to do ever. That's what I was going to say.
Mhm.
I'm not a naturalist, but I don't believe they ever need to tell us what to do with our individual bodies.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
that was what I was trying to say.
I agree with you. I
to
agree.
to 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 the point that I wanted to say was I do agree with if it's a private company, and you don't want to get the vaccine, I know me and Gruby's talked about this. If you don't want to get the vaccine and you go to a business and they say, sorry, you can't come in, that's what it is, because that's a private company, that's their rules,
Correct.
that's their whatever.
Right.
But to Miss Creative's point, like you said, I think it also depends on your state, because here in is it Lola?
La loca or me?
La
La
Loca.
Loca. I'm bad with
Yeah.
names. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get
Crazy.
it though. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm a little
But
crazy.
up north, like hearing y'all talk about how it is on the West Coast, it's
Mhm.
so much different. I'm actually like listening because it's so much different. Like on the West Coast, y'all are like, oh, y'all wear your mask, wear gloves, like and over here in Florida, and they actually just released an article recently. Like Florida's actually got some like the lowest cases right now. Like
Yeah,
eventually, there's going to be herd immunity. There's going
we
to
doing
be
good.
eventually, Florida's doing real good right now. So eventually, it is going to get
Y'all
to a
weren't
point where
though.
we are going to get past this. I think I
Come
heard
on,
someone say
Bailey,
like we're going
don't
to
do
get past
that.
this.
Y'all weren't doing good though. That's the
We're
thing.
going to get past this.
Y'all killed
At
each
the end of
other
the day,
off.
like this
Nobody
We
isn't the
did
doing
first
good
time
now.
we've had this
2
situation
years in.
before. So we're going to get past it. It's just a matter of time.
We all are.
Um,
Y'all dead as hell in Florida.
Nah, come visit.
I'm good.
don't let the media fool you.
Nah, for real.
And I mean, trust me, I don't. If you want to know my true, I don't think the COVID is what they say it is. I don't. I
Let's
don't
get
think.
into that. Let's
I
get
don't think
into
COVID
that.
is what they said it was. I don't. I don't think that. I feel
Right.
like I'm gonna confess to you guys. I'm fully vaccinated, and I just had it in September, and I got it fully vaccinated. But to me, I thought I had allergies. The only reason I had it was because I got a text like, "Hey, I got this. You should get tested." I got tested and I had it. I wouldn't even have known. So
Did you have
I feel
symptoms?
my nose was stuffy and I had an itchy throat. So I thought it was my allergies because I do have fall allergies.
Right.
So I know there's probably millions of people that felt like that's happened to, had no idea they had it, never got tested. So that's why I personally don't feel COVID is what they say it is. I don't.
Mm.
But I also got vaccinated. So I'm just gonna do my part. I'm gonna do what I have to do. Like I got every other vaccination, and I'm gonna move on with my life. I'm not gonna make this a big deal. Like, I'm saying I had the shit vaccinated.
Let me
So
ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this real quick. So, do y'all feel like it's a scare tactic just to kind of get us to be
I think
uniform in
so.
some
I
way?
do. I do
I
too.
think so because like we were saying earlier, vaccines have always been around. Like vaccines have
Yes.
been around for years, and I think people get away from what the true intent of a vaccine is. The vaccine's not supposed to cure you from it. It's not supposed to stop COVID. It's just supposed to help the symptoms. And if
Mhm.
we really look at the numbers, statistics, and all of those things, most of the people that it's killing are older people. It's people with underlying health issues. Uh, it's a 99% survival rate. Less than 1% of the population has died. Like when you really look at it on a grand scheme of things, I don't think it's as now I'm not saying like those people should have died, but what I'm saying on the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's as severe as
Mhm.
like the media and the way we've made it be over the last 2 years.
I agree. I just feel like both can be true. Like I agree with him, especially when I got it. My mind kind of changed a little bit. Um, but I feel like because I had it, it wasn't hard on me. I didn't lose my sense of taste or smell. Nothing. I would, like I said, I wouldn't know I had it. But for me, it's just kind of like, do I agree with mandates? I don't. But I don't want to come a little contradiction. But it's like I'm fine with them if that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because
And
I'm
I think
asking,
that might
I'm
be
asking
because you're more so
places.
used to getting them. So to you, like you said, it's
Yeah.
nothing.
I've always had them. Like my son has to get them. I
Yeah.
have to get them. Like you have to get vaccines. It's been a part of our lives. And I think, like, okay, if you guys want to leave your job because they say you had to get a vaccine, then that's on you. I don't think it's that deep.
I ain't
You
leaving
know,
no money on the table.
like
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think it's that deep. Like I just get the shot.
Go
I
ahead and
see
prick
both
me up.
sides. Like, right, get the shot, feel it for a couple days. I don't get it. I don't get it.
um,
I don't get it.
Miss Creative, did you want to say something?
No, I left my job long before, well, in March. And my mom actually still works there. She's vaccinated. They were giving it out for free,
Mm.
of course. It was a hospital. But I was already planning to leave my job
Right.
in 2019. So this COVID-19 shutdown was the opportunity I had to develop what I needed to leave my job. So like I mean, even if they would have told me I had to do it, I was already on my way out.
Right.
And like I said, I don't listen to anybody telling me what to do. I don't give a dang
All
what
right.
it is.
Run a red
So,
light.
I mean, I have had many tickets. I have always been a risk taker. And like I've learned a lot of really stupid lessons, but also I just maintain my autonomy and I'm okay with whatever happens because that's my choice. That's why we're here, right?
I'm afraid of prison, so
Well, I'm not going to
I
prison.
do want to add one thing, if I can, because I know
Go ahead,
Loca
bro.
needs to speak. I don't want to interrupt her. I'm trying to
That's
be,
all good. Listen here.
Um, one thing that bothers me is it's crazy how we've, as a country or as a world, have gotten so. I'll just stick to country. As a country, we became so fixated on saving lives and stuff. Now, when we have all these different cancers, diseases, things like that, kids hungry. The water in Michigan hasn't been fixed yet. There's so many other things that people are dying from, and they're not doing nothing to fix that. So and if you add up those numbers, it's on par with corona. And these things have been around for years. Heart disease, you know uh, AIDS, HIV, all those things. We're so fixated on corona and we act like those things don't exist now, or those things have just disappeared. And it really bothers me.
I agree.
I don't believe anyone. Oh, I think at this moment, the reason why we are all fixated on the coronavirus is because it's the biggest thing out at this moment. And of course, poverty has been around. And as you said, all the sicknesses, no one's taking that away. But at that point, if they haven't gotten a control of that, I mean, there's no answer for that part. I'll take that back. There is no answer of why they haven't focused on that. But at this moment, I guess something that came from another country, that's why everybody's like, okay, let's focus on something that came from somewhere else other than what already happened here. And I mean, it sucks. What the hell? I was going to say something else, but I don't want to, at the end, we will, during this conversation, I feel like we're all taking it personal. And I think I don't even think it's the politicized side of it. I think it's the person, whoever takes it personal it can't have a conversation. Like, I think somewhat we've had a conversation, but people are getting very defensive instead of just, hey, it is, I don't want to say it is what it is. It's just, we all just need to be able to woosai and really have a conversation. Nobody's trying to be a bully. Nobody's trying to be political. Because the reason why I'm saying it's because I feel like right below the two lovely ladies here are getting a little too intense. Like let's.
I'm on my period.
Oh,
Okay. I've just recently quit smoking cigarettes.
Might have
So
got off
my energy is
I just got off
very
my
amped.
No,
No.
and I think for me is
We
Unlike
here.
no,
I just
unlike a
feel
lot
like-
of people, I don't care what you do. I just feel like people who are
cutting off is just a little too crazy.
I mean, I don't care. You guys can do
I'm
what
just
you
like
want to do, but honestly, I think the fact of the matter is we have to respect that.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to do what they want to do. Like
No, and
my
I
mother's vaccinated. I want my mom to be protected, all the people I love, but like it's just my choice to be
No
like,
doubt.
I don't feel like I need it right now.
And I feel like everybody had with this conversation. I feel like everybody is right. For me, when it comes to this, yes, we all said this is a very touchy subject, but I feel when people talk about it, people do get a little too personal at the attack
They do.
instead of and I totally get the period part because mine is coming in a week. I'm hungry and I started snapping at my man already. So I get it. I just feel like we, as adults, like, instead of being so personal at each other, yes, let's be personal at the coronavirus. And we might not like our conversation, what we might reply back, but at least respect each other during these conversations. That's all. That's for me. And I think, I'm trying to say my point, but at the same time, like, this is just like, I'm not one. I've never been a person to attack anybody. Like, you're more than welcome not to get your coronavirus. You're more than welcome to get your coronavirus. You're more than welcome to live in Florida. You're welcome to live in Seattle.
I don't live
Everybody is free.
I'm not attacking Miss Creative. All I'm saying is you can't complain. You can't get in place.
Yes.
Maybe
If you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Capo
that's
is
what
in
I'm
here.
saying. I'm not complaining personally.
Oh, he's in there.
I was only speaking from the perspective of those people because I'm an empath. I'm
same
sensitive. I can
here.
feel them.
Yeah.
like they wanting to, but they feeling so conflicted because they're like, these are my rights.
Hey,
I
listen,
totally
Trump.
get
That's the
it,
problem. They should
but it's
listen
not
to Trump.
me.
But all right, not everybody at one point now. What and when Miss Creative says, "Well, I quit my job, I do my own thing," which is I love that boss woman as you're supposed to be.
Igualmente.
But not everyone, unfortunately, has had their own job. Not everyone has the same path as you. So I think maybe for myself, and I don't know if for Seattle, but for myself, I'm speaking for those that maybe don't have a job and would like to go back to work. Maybe those that are tired of being in their house.
No doubt.
If you tired of all those things and you want to get back to some type of normality, not saying normal, but normality, then do your part so we could have that type of normality. If you don't want to, that's free. Like I said earlier, you don't have to do anything, but you already do something. You get you're not a naturalist.
I'm all
So
down for freedom of choice.
take your shot and
Mhm.
go. And yes, I am one of those that believe in mandates because honey, if you're not going to do it then but again, not like mandate like you're going to go to jail.
All
Just
right,
mandate
guys.
as a part of you don't
She
go to the
said she ain't
restaurant.
afraid of jail.
Oh,
Next,
I'm afraid of that bitch.
next.
I'm sorry.
Or just move to a
Well,
state, where
can
they,
I say this too, just before we move on?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I don't have any fear about it or think that it's gonna like, because I know there are a lot of people who have like theories about it. I don't have any of that. I just am this is my body. That's it. So for the people who are wanting,
No
who
doubt.
are hesitating because they need to go to work or whatever, they should go ahead and do what they need to do because they'll probably be fine. But there are some people who have gotten sick and also perished from taking vaccine, but it's because it is just simply the virus. So these are people who already have pre-existing conditions. So it's a risk overall. And
Either
that's all I
way.
have to say.
Yeah, no doubt. No
So,
doubt. Capo, we glad you back in here, bro. What the question was? So we got so far deep into it, I kind of forgot the original point. But
it was
tell
the
me, bro.
mandating, like,
Yeah. Oh,
He just left.
Hey,
gone
has
again.
anybody besides me had COVID though? Like an actual
I've
like
had it.
confirmed case? You have a confirmed case?
Oh, I've had it twice.
Like testing?
yeah, I had it twice.
Yeah, twice.
All right.
Well, the first time I don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
I think it
Okay.
was, but the second time I had it, yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody,
second time I had it.
so only me and Locas vaccinated?
Nah, I'm
No.
Goop vaccinated.
And I
You
gotta go get a booster.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey,
Fat Leeds vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm not against
You
it.
never said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
He
I
did in the
did.
beginning.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm
I
drinking
just,
wine. The
I
only
said
one
I'm
that's
Nah.
still,
vaccinated is Miss Creative?
I still believe
No.
in my body, my choice.
Wait. Hold on.
Wait, who? The only one not vaccinated is Miss Creative. You're the only one that's not vaccinated.
I think he might be too, but he's not here long enough to confirm.
He needs to quit. Like,
Capo,
I
I know
Capo, I'll
Capo's,
say
he's
he's
not
vaccinated.
vaccinated. I don't think so.
Nah, he not.
But
But the thing is, Fat Lee, when you said earlier in the show, you said I was going to. So I think that's when Bailey misunderstood that
Because I know me and you talked about it. And remember, I told you I had a fear of it, and then I decided
Right, no
to try to
doubt.
get it. So I
Yeah,
still
you
got to
got
get my
vaccinated.
second shot. Huh?
Fat Lee, you vaccinated?
Yes, he is. He
Oh,
said
I
he
only
was.
got one shot.
Oh,
I got
only one?
shot. I got to go back for the
Okay.
second one. Yeah.
Oh,
Because it happened
Lord,
recently.
Lord,
You
Lord.
finna get the
I
second dose. You know what I'm
told Guru
saying?
I wanted to get it. Me and him talked about it.
Miss Creative. So you're the only one that's not vaccinated.
And I'm gonna stick beside it.
Mm.
Yeah, I know it may come off like I'm not. I'm
Wait,
all for it.
boss.
No, I'm all for the choice. I'm pro-choice whenever. I would never get an abortion, but I'm pro-choice.
Mm.
'Cause I feel like you should have
Me
the
too.
choice.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I don't want. I hope it's not coming across like I'm drinking wine. But anyway,
I mean, it's kind of coming across that way. I'm not gonna lie about it, but I
but I'm saying-
understand. I understand.
Okay.
Like you're just like, I don't get why you don't do it because because I'm
I
already
love both
saying
your
that there's
passions.
like
yeah, like I'm
nothing wrong with
pro-choice.
it.
I'm just saying,
But
I don't
I'm
understand why you would lose everything over a damn jab. That's all I'm at.
but I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not losing.
Mm.
No,
My mama got the shot.
I'm not saying you. It's not you. I'm saying everybody who won't get it. I'm not talking
Okay.
about
Okay. So you're
But
not
I'm
talking about
saying,
me personally.
not just you.
I don't
personally.
think
Nah.
anybody was talking about anybody.
Nah, we was
personally at
never
all.
No, I wasn't talking about.
Okay, but whenever people say you, and they're talking to you, sometimes it kind of come off like they talking to you.
I
Yeah.
apologize.
My bad.
I
Nah,
didn't say
but
that.
to clear the air though, we was never talking about.
We was never talking. Yeah, no.
Nah,
I
no
was
doubt.
saying what it represents. Like,
Yeah,
we
was never talking about
yeah,
what
no.
my
I'm all
panelists
down if
were.
that's your choice. I'm just saying, be prepared for the repercussions of your choice.
I feel like
Right.
I'm ready to see what takes place. And here's why, you guys, like I said, I'm a risk taker. I really enjoy rebirth. So if this is going to be a death for me that I have to be reborn from, then come on with it. So who am I to become after I get barred from the bar, or
Now
I'm not able to do this or
we
that?
we gonna
But
speak life
Should be a
though.
horse.
You know what I'm saying?
but here's my
God is
here's
good.
my number one thing that I am trying to see. I'm just trying to see how long and how much difference my natural immunity is versus the shot. I'm a strategist.
I mean, good
I'm
luck.
trying to see something.
It's your life. Good luck.
For
Girl,
living in
I
Texas,
mean, I've
you ain't
already
got to
been
worry about it. You
sick.
got
I
plenty.
don't prepare to die though. I
No,
prepare to live.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying I believe COVID is this big damn death sentence. No, I don't. I don't believe that. And that's kind of the reason why I feel the way I feel. I'm like, just get the fucking shot, because it's like, not to you, I'm saying in general, because it's like, I don't believe I'm gonna die from COVID, and I don't believe I'm gonna die from the shot. That's why I got the shot.
But there are
I have
also
a
Like, I
people who
question
don't
for
have
get
y'all.
COVID.
For
pre-existing
the, I got a
conditions that are
question
sick.
Well,
I
hold,
get
hold,
my
because I
hold
heard
shot
the
on.
every
locust.
year. I get my flu
I
shot
heard
every
the
year.
Hold,
locust say it, and I heard Bailey say it, and I have a question for y'all too.
Darnell, hold that thought. The
Okay.
local was trying to chime in.
No, no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no. Let him go. Let him go.
oh,
Please
all
let him
right, go ahead, cuz.
I heard both of y'all say, kind of like just get the shot or whatever. So I guess my question is it, are y'all saying that because you just want to get back to normal, or are you saying it because you think it's really going to help society?
For
Because
me,
it came off more as like, I just want to get back to normal. I'm tired of wearing these masks. I'm tired of doing this.
it's a
That's my
two-parter
question.
for me at least. I'm sorry, Bailey, but for me, of course, I would the normality, as in I would like this part of the conversation to be done with. Like if we could get back to our normality, like having battles of the coronavirus, where we could talk about other things, maybe like AIDS, maybe jail, maybe cancer. That I'd rather get back to that, because this is something
Okay.
maybe. And then the second part, from my father who has cancer,
Mm-hmm.
I would like for him to at least fight that instead of having to fight now the corona and then
No
also
doubt.
the cancer.
No
So
doubt.
Okay.
I might be as selfish, but I would like my daddy to live. So if it's
Mhm.
him or you, I want him. So get your damn shot so that he doesn't have to worry about it. Because
Facts.
like I said earlier, I've always said this. Like, I've lost people during this whole ride.
Yeah.
If it's not a job, then I lost a friend or a friend's family member. So it's like,
Yeah.
can we do our part, at least for me being selfish? Can we do something
Yeah.
to help those that can't help themselves?
Because I didn't even
That's
get
for
my
me.
shot from me. I didn't. I got my shot from my
Me neither.
son. I didn't get
Neither
my
my
shot
guy.
from me because I knew if I got it, I'll be fine. I got my shot from my son who couldn't get vaccinated. So, and ironically, when I did get COVID, I actually got it from him. So, and he's fine. What I'm saying is the only reason I got vaccinated was for my son. So, I just feel like I'm not judging anybody for not getting the shot.
I
If you want to
never
be,
judge.
I'm not going to call someone selfish for not getting the shot. But I will say the reason why I got the shot was for someone else other than me. Um,
No doubt.
and that's it. I mean, if you, I'm not on, but I'm just saying I'm not on either side. It's just don't complain why you can't. My only point, my only argument is don't complain if you can't go in certain spaces because of your choice. Pro-choice is pro-choice. You can have your choice, but your choice, pro-choice doesn't mean you won't face
I
consequences for your
strongly
choice.
agree with that part, to be
That's my
honest.
only
I,
thing.
I
Is all I'm
strong.
saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't have your choice, but I'm saying don't complain about the repercussions of your choice. You
Mm.
Right.
knew where you took your choice what could happen. So don't go try to make someone, oh, why can I go into here, or why can I have this job? Or, they told you you have a choice and you made your choice. So go seek self-employment.
and
Yeah, see,
it's
I'm
and
all
And
for
ask me for
private
help if you
companies
need
making
it.
their own rules, but not the government. Like private companies can make their own rules, and like you said, if you don't,
But
they say you can't do it like a T-shirt, whatever. But the government, I don't.
do
That
it.
I'm
like,
not with.
but
But
sometimes people always say, "Oh, it's private companies, not even big companies.
Mhm.
Mom and pop restaurants have guidelines that they have to do, and those that don't want to get vaccinated want to put their business at risk. That's like um, anybody who has a business here,
Mhm.
right? You have your guidelines when it comes to taxes, when
mhm.
it comes to purchases or whatever. If I don't like your purchases or your rules, I have the right to leave, but then you miss out on money. If everybody goes against what you say, you're going to be like, "Okay, why are nobody's patronizing my business?"
Mhm.
And if all we're asking you is to do it, if you don't want to take a shot, you wear a mask. Just do your part. And I think that's the part where, again, Miss Creative, you have your business, and you have a contract when you have your business, right?
And she
Mhm.
got a
If
cool ass
everybody
backdrop.
and if everyone did not pay attention to your contract, what would you be upset as a business person?
I wouldn't do business with them.
Okay, so that's the same way as in when
Mm.
it comes to restaurants, because nobody, I'm not even arguing about going to a club, because I don't go to clubs unless I'm getting paid to be up in
I'm
that
here.
bad boy. I'm
Facts.
not going.
Facts.
Restaurants, I do like to partake in some good food because I don't like to cook. I am a lazy
Oh,
one. I'm sorry. Um, my man likes to eat out too. Thank God. But
my man likes to eat
you
out too.
I have to follow the rules when it comes to restaurants. And so for me, I just feel like it's unfortunately it's a circle. We all, if nobody gets the shot or nobody follows the rules, then these poor businesses that were already taken out during the whole beginning of the coronavirus will not be able to succeed, just like you were able to succeed. You probably thrived even more during the corona, but a restaurant owner, a salon, if they didn't go behind and do home visits, they were out of money. They couldn't provide for themselves or their families. So again, for me, I just say let's do our part so that everyone could get to some type of normality. Because if not, then they might unfortunately shut everything down again, and those that weren't able to provide for their family is going to be even we're going to be even worse in poverty.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for me it was like I
That's just
look
my
at the shot like anything. And I get those who don't want to look at it as this bigger thing, but for me, I look at the shot like I can't remember, hey, you can't come in here if you don't have your shirt on. I look at the shot like something as simple as that. And I
Right.
understand that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as this big thing like a lot of people like if someone says, you had to be 21 to come in here. And you're like, okay, I gotta be
Yeah.
21. I'll come in here. That's how I look at the shot. I don't look at it as this big like thing of contention because and it's so funny. A lot of not just you, Miss Creative. I'm talking about you. I'm just saying a lot of non-vaxxers. It's like their reason not getting vaccinated is because there's a 99% survival rate. But okay, there's over 99% survival rate if you get the shot. So it's like I think we're all kind of thinking the same things. We're just falling on different sides of the sword. Like if each option has 99% survival rate, just get the fucking shot. I mean, and that's what I'm thinking because it's like, what's the difference? Either you're gonna have a 99% chance if you get the virus, or you're gonna have a 90% chance if you get the shot. And that's what
I
I
think
look at it.
and
So
I
I
it's
think the
think
like
difference though is one you're getting
choice.
immunity naturally,
Mhm.
because your body is designed to fight diseases. You have,
Yeah.
that's what our bodies are designed to fight
But
sicknesses.
I know if I get the
So
flu shot every year, I
on
know
one side,
I know it's a choice I can get it. I know there's a choice I can get
Oh.
it.
Wait, where
hello,
you
you're
go?
awesome.
Look at y'all's bandwidth. But I'm saying I
But
know if I get the flu shot. I get the flu shot. I've never had the flu. I've in
It
my
popped
whole
back
life.
in.
I
There you
never had
go.
the flu my whole life. I've never had the flu. I've never even had a fever my whole adult life. Even when I had COVID, I never had a fever. I don't even know what it feels like to have a fever. What I'm saying is, I know when I get the flu shot, I know there's a chance I'm gonna get the flu, but I still get the flu shot.
I think it's definitely a cultural thing for probably for
Black.
me. And no, like I mean like location wise, like regional
yeah,
culture. Because here it's like they have a sign up at every establishment that says mask required. But when you go into the establishment, people aren't wearing a mask. Like
same in
there are
Florida.
times when I'm the only person in a place with a mask on, So it's like just like they're saying in Florida, they're about at herd immunity. We're going to be there too, because people are just kind of like, whatever. And even though I choose to continue to wear a mask, even though I've had COVID and am owning my antibodies or whatever, you
Mhm.
know.
see now, right here, when you made your comment, for me as a person who I said like the mandate, as long as you're doing something, I'm happy. At least like because when since the beginning of this conversation, and now I'm talking to you personally. It felt like you were against everything.
And
That's
I'm not an
Yeah.
anti-vaxxer or
no,
anti-masker.
no, but no,
Yes,
This is
she told me
pro-choice.
that. Yes, she did.
I
what?
Go
don't
ahead. Go
care.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get one the choice of your body. I get that. I get that.
You know,
I
and I
want
yeah, but the conversation, like for me, I felt like when we were having this conversation, if you said you weren't
this.
against it,
I'm
yeah.
anti messing with this. I'm anti telling this what to do. That's it.
You about 5'4"? You about 5'4"?
Absolutely.
What you? I can
And a
tell.
half.
You about me too. You about 140, 145?
There
I'm
you
at
go.
150 right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting thick.
You eat McDonald's?
No.
Hey, y'all.
You don't eat fast food?
I mean, I eat Whataburger. I'm in Texas.
And she's worried about a vaccine, y'all.
I'm not worried about it. I'm telling y'all why I'm doing it. Like my mom and daddy could never tell me what to do growing up. Y'all think I'm gonna change?
You a Cancer?
No.
Are you a Cancer?
No, I'm not. I'm a Taurus.
Oh, me too. When's your birthday?
Ooh, I knew it.
Oh, May 8th.
May the 4th be with you?
Yeah.
Okay, them Tauruses, they're stubborn.
I mean,
Earth's birthday
I'm
is
going
May
to
8th.
stay still until I'm not. That's it. Like,
Oh,
I mean, y'all can
Lord.
pick apart and find everything. Like, oh, she
No.
ate this. Oh well.
Nah, you eat that Whataburger. That's worse than the vaccine.
I mean, it's not like I'm eating that every day, but like, of
What?
course, I've done all the things. Like, if you sat to talk to me, you'd be like, "Man, she's crazy," but I like it. So, like, I just do what I want to do. Like, literally, I'm saying that, and I'm not going to prison.
What
Either.
year were you born?
I was born in 1984.
Oh, damn, you
What I will say, Carrie, though, what I've learned through this whole experience with everyone is a lot of everyone's takes, or I guess viewpoints, is a lot of it's based on experience.
Right.
I've heard everyone talk about like their, stories or whatever. LaLoca said she lost some people. I had, when I was in therapy, I was in group therapy about a year ago. There was a lady, older lady that was in my therapy group, and she was actually saying that her and her husband, she was in therapy because her and her husband both got the vaccine, and her husband and her both caught COVID, and then he died. So she was torn. She was like, I did everything right. I did what they told me. I got the vaccine. He got the vaccine, and he still died. So her experience is going to be different than like LaLoca's. Like she said, she's had people die from from the virus itself. So that's why she feels strongly about getting the vaccine. Whereas now this lady, she may feel like, you know what, the vaccine's useless because I lost my husband. And so it's just hearing everyone's unique experiences, kind of like Miss Creator said, even culture differences from where you're located. Like here in Florida, we're living like it's normal, I still sanitize, wear my mask where I need to, but for the most part, I'm not, I don't want nothing stopping me from living my life.
Guys, one last question before we wrap up. One more question I want to pose to the panel. Why do y'all think the Black community is so hesitant on
Ooh, that's a good one.
the vaccine? And then we're gonna use this. This is the last question. Then we're gonna wrap up.
Because the Black community is is emotionally weak. Emotionally weak as hell.
Ooh, that's on fire.
No, it's true. Like, it's something deep. Like me,
go deeper. Go deeper.
Okay, for example, like me personally, I can walk outside this door today. A white person can call me the N-word today. It won't affect me none. I'm like, okay, but because a lot of other Black people, they're so emotionally they're not intelligent emotionally. It's like they'll let someone affect them by being called the N-word, and they'll whoop their ass or kill them, and then they go to jail for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Me, I don't give power. I don't see. We're going to something deeper, and maybe a regional thing. I don't feel oppressed. I don't feel like white people have that effect on me. I don't care about what they do. You can call me a nigger today. I'll just keep walking. You're not about to get it right. I feel like I am what I answer to. I don't answer to that word. So I don't give white people that power. I don't feel like white people are my oppressors. I don't feel like white people validate me. I don't look to them. They're not even on my radar. So I'm saying that to say a lot of Black people are they're not emotionally intelligent. They're so easily swayed. And I'm not that way. But that's the reason why I feel like a lot of Black people just.
So to just clarify, because I know when people receive this, they're gonna say, "Oh, she called Black." She's not saying that. From what I interpreted, what she's saying, she's saying that as a community, we're easily persuaded, and we're
emotion. That's the reason why 9-year-olds get on damn Call of Duty online.
But
and if they say call you the N-word, yo,
go ahead, Fat Lee, jump in.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna land my plane.
Go ahead.
A 9-year-old white boy on Call of Duty online.
I am a big believer.
And y'all would be pissed. Wait, I'm gonna finish.
You gotta choose your words carefully.
No, you're careful. But I'm gonna say this. I have black friends. They love Call of Duty. They love Madden online. A 9-year-old white boy can get on Madden online and call you a nigga, and you will be pissed because every white person knows I'm gonna call a black person the N-word. Oh, they'll set it the fuck off because they know there's not an emotional intelligence. Me, I can go right now outside. White person call me the N-word. I'm going on my day. I'm only what I answer to. They don't have that power over me because I have emotional intelligence. But the reason why a lot of black people are swayed in this situation is a lack of emotional intelligence. Like the very fact that the N-word is even still a point of contention today. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that word has power. For a lot of people, that's trouble.
All right,
we gonna Loca's face for me.
we gonna
no, even the way he's acting, it proves my point. Like it's like even me saying this right now probably is getting a lot of emotion going.
Right. Bailey, we're gonna let the rest of the panel rebuttal. Go ahead.
Let Guru. That's why y'all in Florida.
The emotion. I just think we have to be careful what we put out there.
No.
And the reason why I say that is because like you can't make an exception the majority. You know, because your experience may have been with some black people where they may not have been able to take the N-word properly or anything like that, doesn't mean that the majority of black people are emotionally weak. And when you put that type of
emotionally weak, we are.
But I'm saying when you put that type of stuff out there, it gives the other side more ammunition.
That's my point right there. What you just said. I don't care about the other side. That's my point. I don't even recognize.
You don't.
I don't. You shouldn't know. Like my point. Do you think they sit around worrying about what? You think they sit around worrying about what we care about? So why are you worried about what they care about?
They do.
But I don't give a fuck what they care about.
That's why they bite our style. That's why they.
But I don't care what
culture.
I don't care.
But they do care.
I don't care though. You do. Why?
I know, but you're making your own personal preference. You're making your own personal preference into the majority. You're taking your own personal, and you're making it about everyone.
It though. You said they.
No, you just said that everyone's emotionally.
Can I help you?
Majority of black people are emotionally unintelligent.
It is very.
That's not true. That's
hold
not
on.
true at all.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Let her go.
Let's reset the order. Hold on, Miss Creator. Darnell, will you finish articulating your point, bro?
No, I'll let her go. I wasn't done, but go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Gonna help you.
What I was gonna say.
Finish your joint, and then I'm gonna kick it to Miss Creator.
Scottie Pippen.
I want to hear Miss Creator say it. Go ahead. She
go ahead.
ready. I want to hear it.
Well, I was just gonna say I don't disagree that we are as a community not emotionally intelligent. Okay, but that is not our fault.
I it's not. I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
I'm everything on mute.
Yeah, but that's not our fault. Like we can't take away the fact that there has been oppression in this country, and maybe once again this is a regional thing because I'm growing up in Texas, and I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood and grew up with people calling me nigger and telling me that I was different than other black people. And I had to work very hard to become emotionally intelligent because I was raised in a household that wasn't and was abusive because I came from roots of alcoholism, mostly because my grandfather had gone to Louisiana and was put in jail and abused. So that is what is taking place in this country. So it's just that same DNA replicating over and over again. So it's not the fault of us right now for not being emotionally intelligent. This is long-standing history. So it is our responsibility to heal it, but we must be more sensitive to each other in those places because it's just not fair.
No, I agree.
And it's just not fair to say the reason why they are afraid to get vaccinated is because they're emotionally unintelligent. Most of them are afraid to be vaccinated because in history, black people have been used as guinea pigs and scapegoats when it comes to things like this. So that is their fear.
I get that, but why is that only raised?
No, but because that's
not a raise with
it's a shot.
It's not a raise. But I get it. But why is that not? I get that. Trust me, I get the history. But why is that point not raised with all the vaccinations we've already had, though?
Because we've never had a situation like this. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Hold on, wait. Let Darnell go ahead. Go ahead.
But we've never had an experience like this. Like I said with COVID, we've never had this many people die from a virus. We've never had a vaccine created this fast. And then when you do factor in the history, where I remember, I can't remember exactly which disease it was, but they were injecting black people with syphilis. And so there's a history of it. So that's why I say you can't really say that,
No.
it's almost like, if I can give an analogy, it's like if someone keeps cheating on you, over and over and over again, you got to look at the history. You can't just keep looking back like, oh, okay, well, they've changed, or something. You're going to look at that past. You're going to look at that history. So to Miss Creative's point,
Right.
to say that maybe some, because we've grown, from where Black people were, from back in the day to where we are now, we are not as emotionally, unintelligent as you may say than maybe we once were.
I'm just
So
being honest.
like I said, to say that, like, I'm a big person and I never want to make the exception the majority. I never want to take my personal experiences or the people I may encounter and make it. We have to take everything on a case by case basis. That's what's wrong with even racism in the general. Like, some white people, they stereotype Black people, instead of just saying, you know what, this person is not the same. Let me handle this person as a person. Let me treat this person like a person, instead of saying, oh, well, because what you're saying right now, oh, if there's a white person tuning in, they're probably like, oh yeah, I knew it. She's,
I don't think. See, again, you notice
Wait,
everything he
wait.
said. He has reference. I don't care what they think. I'm talking to you as a Black woman to a Black man. I don't care what they think. That's the difference.
I know, and it's cool. I'm just saying
You
it's
do.
dangerous.
You brought
That's
it
all
up.
I'm saying
You
is
brought it
that
up a lot,
rhetoric,
though.
it can be dangerous. Is
It's
all I'm
not
saying.
rhetoric though, because
Hold on,
just as
y'all.
I'm saying it's so funny how every time someone says my experience, for example, I know it's hurts me, right? I've never dealt with over racism in my life. I've never been caught on the N-word. No, but never. And I've been all over the world. But it's like I can tell you my experience, but I'm the outlier. See, but she can tell your experience, and all of a sudden that's common. But when I say something, it's like that doesn't rest within that narrative.
Because
Then all of a
history's
sudden,
not on your side.
listen, but I'm saying now I'm the outlier. But there's a lot of Black people who have my same exact experience who have never dealt with overt racism. But people only want to cling on to the oppressive version. That's the difference. So just as your or her version can be your true whatever, but I'm telling you mine, but because mine's not yours, you saying mine's the outlier. That's the difference. And
No, what
notice,
I'm saying, I'm not even
and
saying that. What I'm saying
you're
is,
the only one who has addressed white. I have not addressed white people once. You have though.
what I'm
You're
not
talking about
saying you're the outlier. What I'm
Hold on,
saying, you outlied your,
let
you
Laloka.
made yourself an outlier
No.
when you said your
I just told you my
comment about
experience.
Black people.
I want to hear what Laloka had to say though, because
Okay.
she's also
Yeah, go
from
ahead. I'm
from
sorry.
the up north.
Up
so I wanna
north,
hear
yeah.
hers.
Well, first I want to say is how funny it is. Now you're taking it kind of personal, Bailey, because how Miss Creative was saying she didn't care because she's taking care of her. Now you were reversing it and making it to yourself for
No,
this
I
situation.
told her already.
Because she was but I'm saying as in when people are trying to comment, it's like you guys are going, like
No.
it's all
Miss
it's
Creative is a choice though.
yeah,
And I
but
told her I
and
respect her choice. I just said if you make that choice, don't be mad when they say that you can't go to a space.
but it's the same choice as if somebody feels that
It's
if
my
they still
experience. It's not a choice.
living on the history of what has
But
happened
how
to
long
their
y'all gonna
family
live in
members
history though?
before.
I don't use my people's history as my safety net like him.
No, but nobody's using it as safety net. I don't believe so. I believe that just people, like I honestly cannot speak for the Black community when it comes to this situation and how you feel, because I'm Latina, Afro Latina, of course, but and also being from New York and New Jersey, of course we have some type of racism, but nothing I feel like how it is in the South, the
Yeah.
Midwest, the West. Like I don't we it's very superficial kind of over here. And when I went to Florida, that's when I kind of was open to the side of people couldn't go over here because they were really going to get hung or they were going to get beat.
I lived in
I
Florida.
never, and I lived there. And mind you, I came in 10 years, it was like not that long ago. So it wasn't as strong as it was back then. So I could understand where if anybody feels a certain type of way, like, oh, I don't want to do it because they did do the testing in Tuskegee, is because how
What
can I
was
say,
that
maybe
though?
maybe the smell of death is still
When
lingering
was
in those
Tuskegee, though?
areas.
It's
When
like
was Tuskegee, though?
PTSD.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't experience that though. I hate
No,
when you say that.
No,
like I
and
said,
we don't, and we don't have
My
the.
grandpa was a
You
Tuskegee
don't have
Airman.
to experience something to have
No,
trauma.
yeah, I do. My grandpa
Like,
was a Tuskegee Airman. Literally, there's a picture. He's in a flight suit. He was in the Air Force. He was a Tuskegee Airman. I was in the Air Force. I was an airman. Y'all talking from so like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't like that. Like,
But that to me that shows
my
that's a lack of
my
compassion.
grandpa is from Alabama.
Hold on.
He was a Tuskegee Airman, and he don't even talk like y'all. He experienced it.
But
he
that's,
probably
to me,
healed
that's a
it.
lack of compassion,
But
because if
experience
someone
though.
cares about if they care about their
experience it.
Black community and the history that comes with it, there has to be some compassion with that. We can't just,
No,
you know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
not
there's a
just
reason why
that
people go.
either.
There's a
I
reason
just
why
told
people
you
go
my
to
grandpa
therapy and see
was a
psychiatrists.
Tuskegee Airman.
Right.
You
But
talking
it's
about
not
something that you heard about?
it's not just that though. There are people still who are afraid to go to the
Talking about?
dentist because teeth used to be stolen and things like that too. So it's
No,
like
it's cool.
it's
I just don't believe in
no, I totally get it.
using
I
other
totally get it that
people's.
you but it's funny to me that you're using the words emotionally intelligent and being emotionally unintelligent right here.
I'm being very emotional intelligent.
I don't think so though, because
I
emotional
don't mention
intelligence.
white people when it comes to how I feel.
No,
He's
but
only done that.
okay.
I don't use white people aren't my standard. They don't calibrate how I feel about my existence. I don't move according to what white people say or do or want, or I don't care. I don't care what they hear.
Go ahead,
It's
Logan.
not,
Go
it's
ahead.
not, I don't think it's even just white. Unfortunately, racism is within every nationalities, and I
I
and
agree
this
with
is
that
somebody
too.
from and this
Yeah.
is somebody from New Jersey. Like, I mean, we have racism within
I have
even
been
the
all over the
Latin
world.
community, but I feel like if once you've been burnt once, it's like what. Do me once, shame on you. Do me twice, shame on me. The third time, baby, we ain't doing it.
Can I
And
tell
I
you a
think
secret
that's
too?
how some, not all, and you're one of the strong ones that you could
It's not
continue
strong.
on and be
It's,
like,
it's emotional intelligence. If I walk outside today and a white person called me a nigger, it would not
there.
change my view on the world. It wouldn't.
It's not just the word; it's sometimes even actions, and
Who
that's the part.
cares
Like,
though?
there's areas in Florida. I think we all, anybody who live in Florida, no disrespect to anybody in Plant City,
I've been to
but
Florida.
honey, I am not going to Plant City from all the stories.
Pasco County.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you don't
Oh
go. Like,
God,
those are areas you don't go to because
guys.
they don't just say it; they act on
Trump
it. And
country.
so,
We
I gotta
call
use
it
the
Trump
bathroom.
country.
yeah, I think that's the part where people, it's not the intelligence. It's just like, baby, we ain't gonna put ourselves in a situation. That's just like saying, I'm gonna wear I'm gonna, even though it's my body, you're not supposed to touch it. But if I go into an area where there is a bunch of
I gotta go to the bathroom.
rapists,
I'll be right
right?
back.
Go ahead.
And I'm
Go ahead.
out
Go
there
ahead.
buck naked. What is a rapist going to want to do? Touch and grab and do it. So for those that don't want to get, like, because of past
That's a good
history, they're not going
example.
to want to do the shot. That's just, and again, like I say, get the shot because of my daddy, but I'm doing it for my selfish reasons because I would like to see my father. I would like my father to be alive, but if they don't want to do it because of history, I respect it. But please put a mask on, okay? Put your glove on, or just do the shot, please. Thank you.
And to bring it back to Carrie's point too, because Carrie's question was, as a Black community,
Guru,
like
question.
He
Guru,
good.
my bad. Oh my God, I did it again.
He good. That's family right there. He good.
As Guru said, to bring it back to Guru's point,
good.
we were talking about as a community, and that's why I say we have to look at, the mass, amount of as a whole, as a whole group. I don't think that we should take, just experiences and classify the whole group as a whole. That's all.
It goes the same for you though. Why are you classifying your experience as a whole?
Hey, God, no, hey,
No, seriously.
look.
I didn't even.
No, serious. No, because I've had
I love everybody in
You're
this
classifying your experience as a whole though. But me,
didn't
when
even
I
bring up
say
my
mine, I'm an
experiences.
outlier though. See, and that's the
Bring up
difference.
an-
My experience, I'm an outlier, and you take your experience
I
as
didn't
law.
bring up an experience though.
Yes, you did earlier. I
I
listened
didn't
very
say
intently.
anything that
I'm a
happened in my
listener.
life.
But you just
And
went
that's my point.
ham
This is
on Miss
happening in your life.
Creative
So why are you
before.
speaking like this? If you've never experienced it, then why are you speaking like this? If you've never experienced it yourself, because you
Hey,
believe,
look, yeah.
no, it's because
But
you guys
girl, I'm not
believe, you guys
tripping now.
believe, because you believe struggle and oppression is y'all's.
Hey, y'all, look. Check this out.
That's
All right,
why.
Pamela, look.
So you think struggle and oppression is automatically assigned to you at birth?
But
I'm
see, a
not
lot
that
of people
way.
do. But that's why
I'm not that way.
I teach people how to break out of that. So that's why I'm not tripping.
That's why I like you.
I mean, I've done it. So
But
I understand where you're coming from.
and he's never
But you gotta
experienced it yet.
respect
He's
that
claiming
they
it.
gotta get there though. Like
I
people
never
have
said
to
any
get
of that.
there.
Yes,
And
you
I
did
don't
say
think he
that.
did. I don't think he said
I
that.
didn't.
He did.
No, you weren't listening
No,
then
hey,
because I
just say
didn't
it, just
say
say it. Literally,
anything
just
like
say
that.
You
Now,
Hey,
said
Guru,
it.
no,
guys,
Guru, no,
look.
we've had these conversations.
Panel, check this out. We coming
He
up.
said it.
We coming up on an hour and 30.
Guru, we breaking it down. Okay, you can't stop chemistry.
if y'all wanna for a few more minutes, I'm cool. I know it's late. It's
Oh,
getting
I got to
late
sign off soon. I'm
on
getting
the
loud.
east.
I got to
Yeah.
sign off.
So
You get
now,
loud?
Fat Lee going? Where's Fat Lee going? You have to get my number so I
Well,
can talk to you.
I'm on the,
So
I'm
she
in
can
Florida.
fuss
It's about
at
to be
you.
12. I got to go up
I'm
to the
gonna
gym
fuss at Fat
tomorrow.
Lee.
look,
Where's
we
my
got
phone?
to do a
I get
part
up
2
at
of
3.
this. I'm gonna bring every single panelist back if y'all willing to do it. But we can do this again. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all are free, we'll talk about it. But I want to keep y'all in here too long. I told y'all hour, and it's coming up on the hour 20.
Well, I need to get Miss Creative and Lilo, because I need to get y'all's number. So we
Okay.
grab a taste.
Girl, you're not gonna be text messaging me talking about some just go get the shot.
Hey, look, check this out. So
Oh shit.
we about to sign out. The homie Capo, he had technical difficulties tonight. So next go round, hopefully he'll be better. So we'll give everybody y'all where they can find y'all and all that good stuff. We'll start with the Loca.
Find me on Instagram, ITSLALOCA. I'm all about happiness and love, and arguments are not my big thing.
What'd you say?
I like to keep it happy and fun.
No, me
you know what I'm saying?
too.
But yeah, no, follow
Me
me
too.
on Instagram if you need a break from everything that's happening, of course, from Corona, from life or whatever. Just come in and just have fun and just enjoy life with me. And also check me out on YouTube at It's La Loca TV. Okay. And check me out on PBS Kids.
Mamacita.
Yes, PBS Kids. Amos way, Tia Gloria, dímelo.
Yeah.
Muy bonita, hermosa.
Dímelo, que la que hay.
Ooh, I know
And
that.
I'll be in
Yo.
Seattle soon. And I was in Texas on the radio too. Hot 10.
We didn't link up.
Something.
She don't know I know Espanol. She don't know that.
You have,
Tú
tú hablas
sabes-
español, no te
No
preocupes.
sabe Espanol. You don't know me.
I cheated in Spanish class, so
Oh, hell.
I failed Spanish to let you know. They were hard on us.
Where
But
are you? They done it. Where you from?
who, me?
Yeah.
Dominican Republic. Que lo que plátano.
Dominicana.
But we're all the same. Come on. All Latinos. We
I
speak
know.
it. Just a little different twang to it.
It's different.
Miss
Enrique-
Creative.
Y'all
What-
can follow me on Instagram at Creative AF Consulting. If you want to, watch my rebrand because I'm just posting whatever and being cute on Instagram right now.
Give us a quick little
Brand.
overview on your content.
Okay. So I do pull the tarot cards on my shows.
Girl, pull a card for me real quick. Come on.
Diabla.
Let's get it. No, that's not Diablo.
No, you got the Six of Cups. Absolutely
hell.
relevant to your youthful exuberance. You love life.
her?
and You,
Me.
yes, La Loca.
Oh, okay.
What up, Bailey?
Oh, now she wants to. I thought it was Diablo. Now you want to call?
I'm scared.
Girl, the cards
Let's
ain't
see.
bad.
La Bruja.
No, if you believe
Yeah,
in God.
absolutely. and Two of Cups, which means you need to get with some friends and stop being so disgruntled.
I got
So
my
being
day
so
one. I got
disgruntled.
3 good friends, and we've been down for 50, 60 years.
You might need to try something new.
We could over here.
You might need to get into
Yo.
some collaboration to change
Let's do
your
something
life.
else.
A good
Let's do something
podcast.
else.
Them two
Sunday.
together. Oh my God.
I like her though. I like her.
Fat Lee, where can they find you, homie?
Wait, I didn't get to say where else I would be at.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Between
Go
Us
ahead.
Girls podcast on
What's it called?
YouTube because I need to change
Say
it.
that one more time.
Between Us Girls, a podcast. Actually, I think it says Bug Pod Productions right now. I'm changing everything. Whatever.
No doubt.
You scared
I'm
me.
Miss Creative. I do creative stuff and I do magic.
I'm just joking. I love her.
Whatever.
I love her.
Fat Lee.
Find me on IG, official_fatlead. My clothing brand, you can find that at fatlead_clothing. Look out soon for me and Carrie's podcast or Guru's podcast coming out soon.
I love me a
I'm
dad.
gonna get better at that. I'm gonna get better.
You good?
I love me
Good.
a
But
dad.
yeah, it's called Stir the Pot Podcast. So find us on IG. We like to stir the pot. So
Yeah.
that's it.
And I have one more thing. I'm sorry. And for all the ladies, make sure you guys support Good Lines Boob Tape. I work with Good Lines Boob Tape, so I will be in their holiday collection,
Okay.
and it's strong, honey. Okay,
Oh,
for
damn.
any of my big breasted
Where
women,
ya?
like look, okay,
Okay.
Yes, we definitely appreciate.
There
big
she
breast
They
goes.
hold them up, but this is my bra. But the Good
No,
Lines
it
Boob
ain't.
Tape, really holds them up. So yeah, definitely follow the gram. You'll see my commercial coming through.
Okay.
Thank
Commercial?
you.
I
Yes.
just bought some boob tape. I
What
haven't even
kind?
used it yet. Girl,
She
I
not
don't know. I
Cabbage
found it
Patch.
on Amazon.
Well, send me your address.
She's
I'll send
Cabbage
you over
Patch
some,
girl.
some
Okay.
good lines.
You just signed me up for Cabbage Patch.
Bailey, where can everybody find you?
The Bayway. That's my Instagram. TheBaiWay. I do have a podcast, Scrolling with Friends. I just revamped it. It used to be called You Know That's Real. And I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of a rebrand right now. I only have one episode up right now. I'm not gonna heavily promote it until I get 3. But Aloka and my girl over there, Miss Creative, I love them.
Thank you. We love
I
you. I love
I
everybody.
like the feisty one in the flannel. She's that's what we do in Seattle. We had that's that Kurt Cobain shit over there.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite
Yeah.
shirt.
Like Kurt Cobain over there. But she don't know what she won't.
Oh my God, I can't.
I
with
know
y'all.
I want to stay black and thrive.
You will always be stay black. You black. What you talking about?
Y'all both need to add another podcast and do it together because this
Well,
is
I told her
hilarious.
to come
Or
over
I
here.
could mediate it.
She's
and y'all two
tripping.
go at it. That's
Now
what
we
I'm the
can-
referee.
She's
I
tripping
want
over
to
there.
do.
I
I
told
want
her,
to.
come on.
But hey, before we sign off, I want to know what's y'all availability. We could do a part 2 of this.
I'm good, girl. But for all my girls, we need to do a podcast together. My girls Aloka and Miss
I'm
Creative.
down.
She'd be over there tripping.
I bring the happiness. Y'all bring the battle. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
with
let's
my
go.
girl.
Too
I'm
horny.
with my
Hey,
girl over there.
how about this? Let's do this.
And over here with Fat Lee. There ain't nothing wrong with a B.O.N. A big old nigga.
But look, hey, check this out.
Big boys need
So-
love. I love big boys.
Nothing wrong with that.
So check this out. So we don't even have to do a panel next time. We'll just do my show, and then all of us can just whatever.
Join in.
It don't have to be COVID. We just talk about whatever.
Yeah, let's
Nah,
not make it too heavy. Let's keep it.
But no,
light.
before I get out here, I want my girls Instagram real quick. I'm about to hit y'all up on Instagram.
Just add them in the group.
I don't
group
remember
chat.
it.
No,
It's
it's,
my local ITSLA.
Oh yeah, IG. We're all in the group chat.
ITS.
I put everybody in the group chat on
I'll
Instagram.
stalk you now. I'll stalk you now. Here
Yes.
we go.
Oh, I found her. It's Aloka.
Bailey, look in the group chat on
Yeah.
Instagram.
There we go.
PB, shit about PB kids. She over here damn cabbage patching and shit. The kids. are
Oh
too
yeah.
fat.
Oh no, I
What's my
don't care.
girl
The
over here?
kids.
What's my girl? What's yours? Miss Creative. Oh,
I'm about to go. I just tagged you in there. I'll just follow you.
That's all right.
Like
Come
I'm
on,
gonna need you to
everybody.
learn how to work the
I know.
the bread, cheese, and dough of
What?
Instagram. We
What happened
are
when I
all
do?
in the chat.
Yeah, all of it.
Right,
I'm
right
an old
up in
lady. I'm
there.
an 86
It
baby.
says add people. It adds all of them.
We
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
let's add to the group.
Guru.
Sorry.
All right,
Thanks
y'all.
for connecting with
So-
these ladies.
We about to be out of here. I want to thank all of my lovely panelists tonight. Thank y'all so much for taking out the time
Get the Fauci out you.
to speak your mind. We're gonna do this again though. So I want to thank all of y'all. Thank y'all for everybody that was watching. We had some comments. So we signing out. We're not gonna be live, so we can kick it for a few minutes offline, get everybody's Instagram. All right, y'all. Stay blessed. We out.
Bye,
Won't you do
everybody.
it? By His grace.
See y'all later.